This week on TNA Xplosion, Gia Miller goes around the ring with the former TNA World Champion, Steve Maclin. The Don West, you've got to be kidding me. Top 5 trending topics of the week, in case you missed it. And our main event will see singles action as Silas Young goes one-on-one with Laredo Kid. But first, tag team action. Hammerstone and Jake Something will take on Bhupinder, Gujjar and Jack Price.
The following is the tag team match. Introducing team number 1. First, he is Jake Something.
We are ready for what could be a colossal tag team matchup here on Xplosion.
His partner from Phoenix, Arizona, Hammerstone.
Hammerstone and Jake Something, two absolute powerhouses ready for action, Gia.
Those two men are what I would call absolute units as individuals, and together they create a unit that spells disaster for the tag team division.
Their opponents, first from Punjab, India, Bhupinder, Gujjar.
And Bhupinder Gujjar, who makes his home right across the Detroit River in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, set to team up with Jack Price here in the Motor City.
His partner from Flint, Michigan, Jack Price.
The fans here in Detroit showing some love for their boy Jack Price.
From Flint, Michigan, what an opportunity this is for Jack Price to compete here in his home state. Teaming up with Bhupinder Gujjar, two stars who have seen quite a bit here in TNA over the years. Some opportunities on Xplosion for sure. Chance to team up and see if they can handle this colossal tag team of Jake Something and Hammerstone.
Yeah, Jack Price and Bhupinder Gujjar, you know, we've seen a lot of great fight out of both of them. They've struggled to kind of get their footing, so here they are teaming up now against a pretty formidable team, so it's going to put them to the test tonight.
Did you see that expression on the face of Hammerstone? All business tonight.
It's the only one I feel like I ever see from Hammerstone,
Fair.
and it is frightening.
Hold on, Gujjar trying to slide down the back. 2 count there on Hammerstone. And Gujjar backs up into the corner. An opportunity here for Jack Price. For the winners of Gujjar in 2022 here in TNA.
Jack Price giving it his all, but it's going to take a little more than your all if you want to move someone like Hammerstone.
Went for the hamstring there. Was thinking about a back elbow. Gets caught. Caught by Hammerstone. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Flipping Jack Price on his head, and now Hammerstone takes a shot at Gujjar, and Jake Something set to tee off on Jack Price. Oh, but first it's Hammerstone.
Oh, and Jack Price is just getting beat up.
Power slam. What combination offense by Jake Something and Hammerstone.
Oh, my gosh. Power upon power upon power. I mean, I can't believe that Jack Price is even still moving right now. Oh, just... They're already talented individuals. Do the disrespect.
That's exactly what I believe Jake Something is motivated by right now. It's taking off the fans. Believe that the fans have not been behind him this year.
Sure, I think he does. He feels that disrespect. I don't necessarily know why he feels that way, but he feels that he's been disrespected, and now he's showing it right back.
Our referee Paige Prinzavali trying to maintain some modicum of control between Hammerstone and Jake Something. A legal tag was not made there. Paige Prinzavali doing the right thing here, getting Hammerstone out and Jake Something back in. Nice job by our official. Jake Something, who's about 6'1", 265 pounds, has a 6'7" wingspan.
That's all?
An astonishing athlete, an absolute specimen.
Oh!
Jawbreaker there by Jack Price.
Looked like he was going for a tag, but didn't quite get there. Oh.
Jake Something rushed into the corner. Opening here for Jack Price. Can he make it to Gujjar to make a tag? Price. On a drop kick there. That stunned Jake Something.
This is the moment. This is the moment if you're going to get it.
Jack Price literally between a rock and a hard place trying to get to his tag team partner.
So close.
Makes the tag. Here comes Bhupinder Gujjar. Now Gujjar taking a shot there at Hammerstone, a little payback from earlier on.
Smart. Take out as much as you can while you still got it in you.
Gujjar trying to quicken the pace here against Jake Something. Jake swinging and missing. Gujjar doubles him over.
Let's go!
Gujjar, no small man in his own right.
From the middle rope, was going for the cross body, but caught. And look at the power of Jake Something. To your point, Gujjar is no small man, and Jake Something tossing him around. And now Hammerstone and Jack Price are legal into the void. Oh, and a single leg drop kick by Hammerstone.
Oh, Lord, just cleaning house. And hulking up.
Jack Price has already been devastated by into the void. Hammerstone is legal.
Oh, and it seems like Something and Hammerstone just get stronger each time they hit someone else.
And now Hammerstone setting up Price.
Uh-oh.
And that's a nightmare pendulum. Hammerstone and Jake Something win.
Here are your winners, Jake Something and Hammerstone.
Still to come, more action here on Xplosion as Silas Young goes one-on-one with Laredo Kid. But up next, TNA Plus presents From the Vault here on Xplosion. Welcome back to Xplosion, and now TNA Plus presents From the Vault.
Check out a preemptive strike here by the champ. Styles on the attack just moments before the bell, and look at AJ take it to Samoa Joe.
Well, that's what AJ Styles does. He gets in so many different ways, and he just came out, and look at that intensity. Look at that drive. I mean, Samoa Joe doesn't even know what hit him right there. Whatever was in Samoa Joe's game plan.
Wow!
Just snap suplex on him right there. Wow.
He just took 280 pounds over with a snap suplex. Well, we're seeing a side of AJ Styles that we haven't seen before. Either this kind of intensity right at the opening bell, and that's the way you counter what Samoa Joe has done. Think about this unbeaten streak for Samoa Joe, Don. 6 months and counting. 6 months worth of matches in TNA and no losses.
Nobody one-on-one has beaten Samoa Joe since he has entered into TNA.
I got no respect
I'll tell you something. If there's one person that doesn't even care about that streak, that's AJ Styles. He's just, this is about pride in his mind. And I'll tell you something. He's been in that ring with Samoa Joe right here. He knows what he has. And if anybody can adapt, it's AJ. But then again, Samoa Joe hasn't gone undefeated for nothing.
Quick leapfrog over by Styles. You talk about a knockout! You talk about a knockout blow! The drop kick just felled Samoa Joe like a big oak tree, knocked him right right down to the mat.
Oh, man.
Well, this is something that we have not seen in the 6 months of Samoa Joe and TNA. Somebody taking the offense like this to him, and somebody being this successful.
And dominating. I mean, you know, it's just, it's AJ Styles at his best. He knows what kind of game plan he needs. The thing about it is he cannot let Samoa Joe use his size. He cannot let Samoa Joe shorten that ring, that six-sided ring to his advantage. He's got to use his speed, his agility, and stay out of the grip of Samoa Joe just like that.
And he just used his quickness right there. You're talking about speed, agility, quickness goes along with that as he quickly moved out of the way to avoid the charging Samoa Joe. He had AJ lined up for a shot with the knee.
Just got word with James Storm. It's a possible concussion. They've got him in a neck brace. Of course, they're going to take him for further tests. We'll give you more information as we get it.
Thank you, guys. Thanks so much for that update on James Storm.
Oh, man. Now look at the intensity. Oh, Joe. He got it. These are the most vicious kicks I've ever seen.
Stiff, lethal, shot after shot from Samoa Joe. He measures AJ.
Oh, and he just sends him right through the ring. Oh, man, it was almost like the light bulb went on to Samoa Joe. And he was like, wait a minute. I don't get humiliated like this. I'm the one who's dominant. And, man, did he turn it on.
Well, you're right. Almost as if he got a wake-up call from the quick offense of AJ off the top of this match. And Samoa Joe comes right back and counters with a series of kicks. Brutal shots. And AJ, wow, talk about being on the defensive, but he fights back from his knees with the right hand of the midsection. Rocked him with a forearm shot. And another, but Joe, headbutt from outside. Look out.
Got him right there.
Both men going to go for a suplex.
AJ fighting it, though. AJ fighting it. Look at him.
Hang on, AJ.
Oh, what a move by AJ Styles. Look how he does that. I mean, when you think he's in trouble, he knows the way to counter. And here he goes, but Samoa Joe gets out of the way. Oh, kicks his feet right out from under him.
And now, look out. Joe's got AJ. Going to swing him.
Right into the rail.
My God.
That was with such force. I mean, this has just turned into what we knew it would.
One of the most physical events that I've ever been associated with, and that covers an awful lot. AJ gonna try and do it.
He's trying, but I don't know if he's just got the strength to lift 280 pounds.
Can he take him up for the clash?
Here he goes.
No, the power bomb! He got power bombed out. One, two,
got it. No, man! I thought the winning streak was over.
it was that close. The winning streak was just that close. Blood trickling down the face, the lips of AJ Styles as he tries to fight through the pain. Could you believe that power bomb?
Oh, I'm telling you, and you saw a dazed look right there on AJ's face. Now he's thinking, what do I gotta do to get a win right here? You gotta feel the longer it goes, it's gonna be an advantage AJ to his superior conditioning, but Joe defies all odds, and he turned him inside out. That's what I'm talking about Samoa Joe.
Good God, what a clothesline by Samoa Joe. AJ's out.
No, he didn't even let it go too. He was sending a message.
Did you see that?
He was sending a message.
The look on the face
Look at
of
that
Samoa
look.
Joe tells one story, but the look on the face of AJ tells another. Here comes the double underhook.
Oh, and he powers him down. He's got one. And again, he goes right out. It's kind of like, is that the best you got?
AJ fires up. Did you hear him? You can hear Styles scream. He's going to dig down deep. He's going to try and get the adrenaline flowing back. He's got to fight through this pain.
Samoa Joe is, it's almost a confusion, but he's going to keep coming. And he misses it. Oh, he's got him again.
Oh, no. Got him hooked here. He's got him hooked. He's got him in the choke. AJ trying to fight it off, but Joe instead catches him with a pair of headbutts to the back, and then the open hand slap.
Another Bailey!
The knockout!
It's it perfect!
He's down! Cover him, AJ! Cover him and break the undefeated streak!
Get to your feet and get over there!
Can he stop the undefeated streak? Can he hang on to the X Division Championship? That's the questions that we're going to answer. To the corner, positions Joe up. Whoa, you don't see
He's
that?
going for a muscle buster!
No! He was going to try and beat Joe with his own muscle buster. Joe fought him off. I'm not sure how smart that was. AJ pulling out all the stops. AJ up on top. Joe fights him off.
He's still holding on.
No! Muscle buster! Oh! almost on the receiving end of a muscle buster, but wisely dropped down.
Joe holding on for dear life, and he goes flying to the mat. AJ using his weight against him. He's got him in the...
Styles, he got it! Styles flag!
He hits him.
Got him!
Did he have enough?
Roll him over! Count one!
Two! What? What?
Is he human? Is he human?
Neither one of these guys are human in
Boy,
my
you're
book.
right.
Neither one of them.
One of the most incredible matches that we've ever seen in TNA. Hell, it's one of the most incredible matches I've ever seen anywhere. AJ, he can sense it. Joe in trouble. AJ high risk.
Oh, this is it. AJ Styles knows. You can see Joe pushes the referee,
Whoa.
causes the ropes, but AJ still somehow lands on his feet. And
Roll up.
Roll up.
Pin.
Oh, he flipped
Oh, he got him in a choke. Kakina clutch. The rear naked choke. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap? The title hangs in the balance.
Oh, AJ he just kind of fell into that right there, and I don't see what he can do. Look at this.
Joe is choking the life out of AJ, and AJ's got a long way to go to make it to the ropes.
But somehow AJ is still not tapped. And wait a minute, he's rolling him over. If he can somehow get some
Reach
leverage.
out and touch the ropes and get the break.
He's so
Joe's got it.
close.
Oh, but think of how long he's been in this choke.
Oh,
think of how long he's been in the Kakina clutch.
Oh, he lived. You can see the arm
His
go
arm went limp.
It's done.
He's knocked out.
Passed out. It's
He's
done.
unconscious.
The winner of the match and new X Division champion of the world, Samoa Joe.
Oh, man, he just couldn't get to the ropes. And when he was just in that last effort, and AJ just didn't have the strength, Mike, and he's out. And Samoa Joe not celebrating like a man normally would. He's gone through a battle. You gotta give him it to them both. What a match, Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed one of the most incredible matches that I've ever seen.
And now, here on TNA Xplosion, it's time for the Don West. You've got to be... Still to come, the last real man, Silas Young, battles Laredo Kid here on Xplosion. But up next, it's Around the Ring with Gia Miller, starring Steve Maclin. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's time for Around the Ring with Gia Miller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Around the Ring. As always, I'm your host, Mean Gia Miller, and today we have a very special guest. We've got Steve Maclin. Steve, thanks for sitting down with me today.
Thanks for having me.
It's lovely to see a little smile on your face.
Thanks. It's very rare. Very rare.
I'm excited for the TNA fans to get to know you because you are absolutely one of my favorites, and not just because of your wife. So, speaking of, I want to get right into that. You've been learning a lot of history lately.
I have.
Deanna's been surprising you with a lot of these history questions.
So my wife loves asking me random history questions, whether it's TikTok or on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
And this all started just randomly because she was bored one day. And
Yeah.
I'm doing things around the house, whether I'm mowing the lawn, fixing outlets, or just doing any miscellaneous
Yes.
Toolman Taylor
Dad
stuff
work.
around the house.
Dad
work. And this has become the new trend in the house,
Mhm.
which I don't mind because it makes me laugh because it gives her a little pick-me-up during the day. So it's fun.
Yeah, and you learned a little history along the way.
Yes.
Has there been anything that has been interesting to you to learn?
She asked me the one question the one time at Hobby Lobby that was about the 100-year war that actually isn't
yes,
100
yes,
years. So then
yes.
I'm like sitting there, I'm like, if you're telling me it's a 100-year war, it's not a factual war of 100 years then, so it doesn't make sense.
How many years was it?
I don't know.
Me neither. 100.
It was close to 100. They
Close
say
to-
it's a 100-year war. I
Probably more than
think
100.
it was probably like 115 around
Yeah,
that.
okay. I think, it was like 112, 115, something like that. Okay, yeah. I remember that one because I get a lot of entertainment out of them.
Thank you. So do I, especially in Hobby Lobby, randomly.
Yeah, just shopping. Also the yard mowing, which we connect on that. I'm the yard mower around my house as
Are you?
well. Oh yeah. It might not strike you as that, but I got my weed whacker. I've got my little chainsaw. They're both pink. But yeah, we do a lot of yard work. Okay, other thing that entertains me. I love to hear about your dogs. All of them. Give me the rundown. We talk about dogs a lot on this show.
My dogs are my life, well, my wife as well, but my dogs as well are our children.
Uh-huh.
We have Honey, who's a lab hound retriever mix.
Yes.
We have Fitzgerald, who's a Chihuahua and a Dachshund mix. And then we have Oliver, who's just a straight Dachshund.
Yes.
And he's long-haired. And he's definitely third child syndrome if in a family, where he gets away with a lot of
Everything.
things.
Everything.
So it's great. Fitz does the spiteful poops if we leave in the house
Middle
sometimes.
child.
But then Oliver just will randomly, he's the full-on Dachshund where he'll just randomly just go to the bathroom somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
And it's annoying.
The world is his bathroom.
But
yeah.
at the same time, he's just so cute, so you can't be mad at him.
Right.
And it's very hard to.
Right.
But you're gonna put clips of all the dogs on this?
We'll
pop them in here?
we'll get a hold of some photos and some
everybody
clips.
can see.
Now I am a little bit biased. Honey might be my favorite, but
Yeah, well, it's because she has your accent.
she sounds just like me. You know how you give your dogs voices?
So Honey has a very Southern Belle accent, and it's
Sounds
pretty
just
much
like
Gia.
Gia Miller. So Honey's, of course, my favorite. Yeah, okay. All right. So I would never ask you to pick, like, a favorite child.
They're all my favorite.
Of course, of
They're
course.
all my favorite.
But, I mean, do you have, like, you know, like a mama's boy, a daddy's boy, daddy's girl?
Fitz is the mama's boy. Oliver is, like, very protective of Dee.
Mm-hmm.
And then Honey is the protector of all of us.
Okay.
And she's, like, the watcher.
She's older sister, yeah.
But she's a daddy's girl.
I believe that 100%. So are they? I haven't seen them on the road. We bring a lot of dogs in the locker room. Will we ever see?
Maybe not on the road. If we're in like Orlando area, like
Okay.
kind of close with an
Oh, yeah,
hour
'cause y'all
driving.
have
We
brought
brought to
Oliver.
Tampa and we brought to Orlando. too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I need Honey to make an appearance
will.
because I need Honey on around the
We're
room.
dealing with her anxiety issues right now. It's kind of
Oh,
annoying.
Bless her heart.
I feel bad for her. It's something with I don't know if people can chime in on this and throw Q&A or
Yeah.
answers to this on
Yeah.
Twitter or social media in that way, but it's something where their anxiety, we don't know what it is, where it's a lawnmower, a shop vac, weed whacker. If I'm
Interesting.
doing it, she's fine. And if she sees it, but if she hears it in the distance, she's shaking. We don't know what it is. She needs to hide. She needs to feel comfortable.
Yeah, and there's lots of noises like that around a wrestling
So we don't know if
area.
it's from her breed and then it's just kind of carried over where there has been abuse or something like that. 'Cause she was
Sure.
we got her from a kennel. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm wishing her all of the best, giving her all of my love. Thank you so much for sitting down with
Thanks
me,
for having
Steve.
me.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy getting to know Steve Maclin.
Up next, did you miss anything from Impact? No problem, we'll get you all caught up. It's In Case You Missed It, next on Xplosion. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's time for In Case You Missed It. Moose is staggered, and now Bailey, is he thinking about Ultimate Weapon? Oh, Moose went all the way up and got him with a drop kick.
It's counter for counter in this X Division title contest. Moose sending Bailey all the way to the floor here. Nasty landing as well for the X Division champion. Head over heels.
And now Bailey trying to find his way back inside the ring.
And it's Moose who definitely wants to get Bailey back into the ring. That's where he's gonna win the X Division title if he can.
And now Bailey going up to the top turnbuckle to meet Moose.
Moose maybe thinking superplex.
Oh, wait a minute, that injured right hand of Moose smashed it into the steel post by accident
Oh.
earlier on in the matchup, and that small joint manipulation by Bailey scores. Oh, wait a minute, Bailey avoided Moose and a kick right to the head.
And Moose tried to rally there. Meet Bailey back on the top. Bailey had an answer for him.
Oh, now Bailey, precarious position here. Poison right off the top.
Putting everything on the line.
Bailey's giving up nearly 100 pounds to Moose. The face of the franchise is stunned. Bailey's going up top.
Looking to line up Ultimate Weapon here. Can he get it done?
Moose is in position for Bailey to strike. Ultimate Weapon.
Good night.
Cover.
cannot believe it.
We have got to take a look back at this. First, this poison Rana, which was mind-bending enough, and then this. The Ultima weapon connects, and Moose is still alive.
And Bailey, he's trying to get zen with it here, trying to focus.
Spear! Spear, and Bailey rolls out of the ring.
Whether by instinct or not, that keeps Bailey's title reign alive, at least for now.
Bailey damn near got cut in half by Moose.
Bailey now just struggling to pull himself back to his feet.
Bailey's up, trying to get his eyes on Moose. Wait a minute, Moose, another spear tracking down Bailey.
Nearly splitting the X Division champion in half right out here on the floor.
But Moose knows the only way he can win the title is via pinfall or submission in the ring. That is now 2 spears he's delivered to Speedball.
Bailey's gotta be, he's out, he's nearly split in half.
How much more of this can Bailey take? And now Moose going for a third. Oh, wait a minute. Did Bailey catch him? Did Bailey catch him in a kick out? Super kick.
Somehow Mike Bailey is still in this fight.
Oh, and a spear out of midair. 3 spears.
But is there one more left in the chamber of the face of the franchise?
Spear number 4. Cover! Moose is the X Division champion!
Here's your winner and new TNA X Division champion, Moose!
There's a reason Moose stands atop as the face of the franchise. There's a reason that the system always works.
We have got to look back at everything Moose did to seal this victory. This first spear inside the ring, Bailey wisely rolled to the outside, and then Moose tracked him down for the second spear.
And then it all came back into the ring out of mid-air. The spear catching Bailey, and one more for good measure, courtesy of Moose, nearly cutting Mike Bailey in half and paving Moose's way to the X Division title.
Moose has captured a championship that has eluded him throughout his illustrious TNA career. He adds the prestigious X Division championship to his resume.
It's only apropos that the signature title of TNA Wrestling be around the waist of the signature athlete of TNA.
Well, and there is Trent Seven. Bailey's tag team partner within Speedball Mountain. We saw last week how after Bound for Glory, Speedball was trying to cheer up Trent Seven. Seven's been on a string of bad luck as of late, and Bailey was trying to inspire his friend and tag team partner by putting his title on the line here tonight, and it appears that Seven deeply appreciates the effort of Bailey.
A heartfelt moment between friends and tag team partners.
Oh my God, Trent Seven! What the hell? A 7-star lariat!
After a quick kiss goodbye, what has brought this about within Trent Seven?
choking Bailey with the towel.
Seven is absolutely incensed. He's losing it.
My God. The team of Speedball Mountain is dead. Trent 7 obliterates Speedball Mike Bailey. Up next, it's our main event. Silas Young squares off with Laredo Kid. Your main event is next on Xplosion. Welcome back to TNA Xplosion, and now it's time for our main event.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Silas Young.
What a pleasure it is to see the last real man in a TNA ring. Silas Young is ready for action here on Xplosion.
He might be a newcomer to Xplosion, but he is not a newcomer to the wrestling scene. A 20-year veteran, and he is the last real man.
He's going to have a lot to deal with here on Xplosion with a former TNA digital media champion.
His opponent from Laredo, Kid.
We did see Laredo Kid competing the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match at this year's Bound for Glory, part of the countdown to Bound for Glory, which you can relive anytime on TNA. Plus, Laredo Kid was trying to vie for a guaranteed TNA title shot of his choosing, anytime, anywhere. However, we know that's currently in the hands of one Frankie Kazarian. This should be an interesting clash of styles. Young, so much experience, heavy hitter, technically sound. Laredo Kid, that high-flying luchador style, can really push the pace. I am excited to watch this one.
Sure, definitely conflicting styles here, but, and of course, that last real man, he is a brawler. He can hit pretty hard, but with all that experience, he's what I would call an all-arounder. He can do just about a little bit of everything and can adjust to things that he's not used to.
Caught Laredo Kid up on the shoulders. Trying to charge there for the corner. Laredo Kid able to escape for a kick right to the face. So Young is trying to follow Laredo Kid there. The cross body off the ropes. Easier said than done when it comes to tackling with Laredo Kid.
Certainly so. I mean, I feel like I closed my eyes and I missed 10 things with Laredo in the ring.
Super kick there. Oh, and there goes Silas Young out of the ring.
Uh-oh. We're already going to fly.
Laredo Kid over the top of the post.
Egad.
And now Laredo Kid trying to get Young back inside the ring. What a win this would be for Laredo Kid if he can pull it off. Here's the cover and a kick out. Big open palm strike there by Laredo Kid. What a backbreaker by Silas Young. Follows it up with a clothesline.
Oh, cow. And that is exactly why Silas Young has been a multi-time champion in Ring of Honor and in WA. I mean, I don't even know how you get up from that. I can't even breathe after watching it.
Oh, face first into the top turnbuckle, and Laredo Kid has been rocked by Silas Young.
I think I just heard that in the ceiling.
Oh, and Laredo Kid whipped into the turnbuckles. Referee Daniel Spencer checking on Laredo Kid. Kid says he can continue. So one thing we've come to learn about Laredo Kid, even if he's being disrespected by his opponent like he is right now by Silas Young, he's gonna hang around. He's never gonna quit. He will continue to fight.
If anything, he'll use it as fuel to that fire.
Silas Young stuffs out that flurry by Laredo Kid.
Say it looks more like a fire extinguisher right there.
Series of elbows here by Silas Young. Leaps into that elbow drop. Covered. Oh, and a kick out by Laredo Kid.
Man, that's no small man. It's hard to high fly when you can't breathe.
Expression all over the face of Silas Young, trying to take care of business, understands the opportunity he has right now on TNA Xplosion, a chance to impress.
Uh-oh.
And now Young with a suplex out of the corner. Laredo Kid is just getting tossed around right now by Silas Young. Cover and a kick out. You can see how Laredo Kid, when he kicked out, that little forearm shot right to the back of the head of Silas Young. Laredo Kid is not going to quit.
No, anything he can get in, he's going to get it in while he can. And he's got to if he wants to become victorious over Silas Young. Laredo Kid using the fans. Ooh. To give him a little hope, but shot right back down by Silas Young.
Boot right to the face of Young. That staggered Silas Young, and Laredo Kid might have a window of opportunity here in a big open palm strike.
Just slapped the taste out of that man's mouth.
To escape to the ropes there, Silas Young. His momentum guides him into the turnbuckles. Now Laredo Kid with a missile drop kick. Oh, and a neck breaker by Young. Cover. Oh, and a kick out. Laredo Kid can't put it away.
It's going to take a whole lot to put away that much of a man. But if anybody can do it, it's Laredo Kid.
And now Laredo Kid firing up. Thinking about a forearm shiver there in the corner. Now Silas Young. Oh, what a rolling senton.
Oh no, this is not a good spot. Laredo is in danger here.
Look at this. Oh, and able to escape Silas Young. Laredo Kid is going up top.
Can he capitalize?
Here is your winner, Laredo Kid!
What a victory for Laredo Kid here on Xplosion, putting away the last real man in pro wrestling, Silas Young.
Hell of an effort by Silas Young tonight in a TNA ring, but your winner is Laredo Kid.